Howdy folks, it's the Turtle here and welcome back to X-Plane 11, and we are starting inside the airplane today instead of outside because I just want to listen to this rain before our passengers arrive and we get everything started. So let's just crank up the volume for a couple seconds and just enjoy this awesome weather. I love this sound. Yep, to me there's something cozy about being outside when it's wet and uncomfortable, but then you go inside and you get all cozy, sort of, even though you're wet. Like camping in the rain. I love camping in the rain. You get all wet, you go into your tent, and presumably you put on dry clothes, and then you just feel all good and cozy while you know the outside elements are not so cozy. I just love that sound. But we have a flight to do today. We are in the Eclipse, the Eclipse 550 NG by Aerobask, which I love this little jet. I only own two jets, the 727 and this little thing. And I don't know why I don't fly this thing more. I really don't. I say that about every plane, probably because I have like at least a dozen planes that I go through, so can't fly them all the time. But anyway, our passengers dropped off their luggage and they ran inside to get a bite to eat because they didn't want to be outside in the rain. So let's get this thing going here. Let's get the GPU on. Means we got to turn my volume back down too. That thing is so loud. They're going to hop inside and we're going to turn on a whole bunch of lights. Wow, that's loud. What lights we're going to turn on? We're going to turn on the dome and the footwell. Even though we don't really need them, but turn them on anyway. Lights. We're going to turn on all these lights. Just so people can get inside. What else we need to do? Shades. So how are the shades positions right now? Let's just do them all up for now. They can close them once they're in the air, but they can't close them quite yet. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's get our people on board. We got to swing around here. I don't know why my preset always swings us to the side when I always put it on the other side. Alright, people. What do we got? Full today. We got a couple adults and two kids. Right? Something realistic, I guess. Let's see, what else do we need to do here? Put all their luggage on board. Distance for our flight. Oh, I didn't tell you where we're going. You can always check the description, but I'll tell you. We're going from Turku, Finland to Stockholm, Sweden. I did not write down the distance because I have a flight plan in the plane. So we're just gonna give ourselves a lot of fuel. I don't think it's that far of a flight, but let's just give ourselves a lot of fuel. There we go. All right, what else are we gonna do here? Let's see. People are on board. Luggage, fuel. Turn off or remove the chocks. Come inside. Make sure the parking brake is set. I think that is going to be that preset right there. Close the door from the touch panel. We have another touch panel here too. There we go. Alright, I don't remember how to close it. I think you have to click on the seat to... Yeah, there you go. Alright, let's get back into position. That's kind of weird. Let's see. Pull on the oxygen. Air source to normal, which is right there. And bus ties to auto. Annunciator test. This is the ELT test. There it is right there. Alrighty. ELT for on for second. And then arm. External lighting. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. And we'll do nav right away for this company. 3 green for gear. Fuel quantity check. There's the fuel quantity is, I missed something because fuel quantity shows up here. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. Oh, fuel quantity gauge check. There's pressure, bottle pressure. Fuel quantity is here. What? Hang on a second. Oh. I never... Okay, so this is what happened. I normally do a lot of this before I start recording. but I wanted to record in dead silence with the rain sound, so I skipped my pre-recording checklist, which is get the battery on and get all the lights on for boarding. Normally when we start a video, it's ready for boarding, but I didn't do that, so I skipped a whole chunk of my list. But now we got it. We got the cabin lights on and the battery on. Okay, so now we can check the fuel quantity. There you go. Altimeter, barometer, we are using real world weather, of course. Let's see here, what do we got? If we click here, it says ATIS 130050, right? 1300. Okay, now let's see if I can find the right radio, because I've been having a problem using the wrong radio, not getting my ATIS. So 130050. Transfer. There we go. Okay, let's see what this says.
900 Zulu weather. Wind 240 at 9. Visibility 2. Rain. Sky conditions 600 overcast. Temperature 5. Dew point 5. Altimeter 2906. Arriving runway 26. Departing runway 26. Advise on initial contact you have Oscar.
Oscar. Alright, so 2906. You're supposed to just, oh, it's over here because I'm, what does it say? 2906. 2906. Enter. Departing runway. Go away. Go away. Departing 26, right? 26. Okay, good. So altimeter 2906. Departing runway 26. Let's look at our map. Runway 26 is going to be this one right here, of course. So what we'll do is we will have to turn around and go to the right. Piece of cake. Okay. What is next? All right, it's time to get our flight plan and navigation, everything set up. So what we're going to do, we have a flight plan in here, of course. If I do flight plan, menu, catalog, and what is it? It is Echo Foxtrot Tango Uniform. These are all the plans I've done. Isn't that awesome? Echo Foxtrot Tango Uniform to Echo Sierra Sierra Bravo. And we're going to activate that. Now, it's a pretty simple flight plan. It's just direct. Pretty much. There's one little thing, one little waypoint about halfway through, and then that's it. When we're in the air and cruising, we will choose our runway. So here's the problem. I have no charts, no diagrams, nothing. I couldn't find anything. I found a pay subscription where I could get the charts for Stockholm, but I wasn't going to pay for like a one-time thing. So we don't have any charts or anything. We need to use what's built on the GPS. So the weather, if it doesn't change, is coming from 250 degrees. So we'll pick runway, whatever's closest to 25. If I have to Google the stars and waypoints, I will, to decide which ones to choose. That's how we're gonna have to do it. I'm considering getting a subscription to that site. I can't think of the name right now, that has charts for every. I know the Navigraph, I have the basic subscription just for the flight nav data. I did not pay the full subscription for all the charts. I don't even know if that includes all these charts like in Europe and stuff, but I don't know. I'm considering it. We'll see. But for right now, we have current nav data, but we don't have any chart data. So we're just going to have to rely on the GPS and Google stars and waypoints as they pop up for selection. We've done that before. It's worked. Worst comes to worst, we fly directly over the airport and we join the traffic pattern and land. Worst comes to worst. Alrighty. So that is it. Normally what we would do right now is we would go into, what am I trying to do? We would go into like charts, and we would get airport info, and we would do all of the stuff that you put into the sim, but I don't have anything. So that's how it is. Weather, I mean, we got the ATIS, but there you go. This isn't right. It's not clear. It's raining. Unless it cleared up on us. No, because that'd be a bummer. So anyway, flight plan, piece of cake. So what we need to do then, oh, no radios or anything. It's all right there. What we need to do is make this, whoops, not that. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, golly. We need to make this sky view. We can make all these sky view, but we're going to make them blank. So there you go. That makes a GPS. That's like a CDI thing. See how it says GPS over here? I mean, it's going to be tied to the purple here. And then we'll use nav on the autopilot. There we go. We'll mess around with this. There's a map. We haven't actually done a lot with this lately. There's a map on here, which I think you can zoom in, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And what else is in here? Weather already showed you. There's terrain. There's not the full. This isn't the payware version of this, by the way. This is the built-in version. There's a payware version that does a lot more, such as calculate top of descent and fuel calculations. We don't have those options in this. Just let you know, because people always comment. They're like, hey, you know, you don't have to calculate your top of descent in your head. You can always do it through this. But that's not true, because this is the built-in one. The payware one, yes. The built-in one, no. Alrighty, let's see. Map with TCAS. I think that's this one. Oh, that's right. It keeps your stuff. The weather's on. TCAS is on. It keeps that now. You used to have to change that every single time. Okay, here we go. Start the engine. So now we do start battery on, which is that one. And then we do the right engine. Do you spin it? Or do you flick it? That was a spin. Let's see if that works. Starting to work. Very nice. There's like no fuel to turn on, is there? It's always on. Because I don't have anything on my checklist to do the fuel. That's weird. Start battery and start. No fuel to turn on? Okay. Alrighty. Well, it's working. See all the gauges? Once that stabilizes, we will do the other one. It is stabilized at about 67, which is right. There you go. Let's do the other one. And we'll check it out here. And 67. Do we get a 67? Yes, we do. All right. Check the engine gauges, which we were doing. And then left and right generator to auto. GPU disconnect. Where is my little thing? All right. Thank you, everybody. But you can remove the GPU now. And it sounds much better, too. All right. What is next? Trim set. Come down here. We have to do the trim manually. Let's go down a little bit. It also wants to pop up. There we go. Not too much down because we want to take off. Flaps to take off. They're moving. Anti-ice. Anti-ice. Where are you, anti-ice? Here we go. We definitely want it for this. We want windshield fog too, even though it's really loud. Taxi lights. Oh, I thought that. Oh, just okay. This one that has 2 positions or 3 positions, off, beacon, and both. This is just both are off. Okay. Autopilot setup. We'll do that at the end of the runway while we're waiting for clearance. So what did I say? Runway 26. We're going to turn around and then go to the right. So let's go to taxi view, and we're not going to get a push back. We're just going to turn ourselves around and go that way. Should be pretty simple. Parking brake is off. I believe you got to give this thing a lot of juice to break free of the friction. Oh, no, you don't. So maybe that's a change in 11.40, is that the friction is better and you can get rolling? I know they've been working on that in previous updates of X-Plane. You'd think they'd have it right by now, but maybe they are still working on it. But point being, I did not have to floor it to get going. Normally you got to give it full throttle to break free, and then you drop back right away. But that took off or started rolling on its own. Good. All right, this weather is just so awesome. In real life, my favorite weather is waking up on a summer morning, and you go outside and your glasses fog up because it's 100% humidity and not really raining, but it really wants to rain, but it's almost like too saturated to rain, if that makes any sense. Those are my favorite mornings, and it's like 70, super tropical. But the problem is, you know, later that same day it's going to be 103 degrees with high humidity. So try to enjoy those mornings. But I love all different types of weather. I never complain about the weather. I never complain about the snow. I never complain about it being truly 35 below Fahrenheit here in Minnesota, which it will be this year. for sure. Come visit in January. Otherwise, here we go. This airport is gorgeous. I'm having a hard time controlling this plane because I have my rudder pedals like halfway on top of my racing pedals. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but we're going to do our best here with my terrible rudder position, and I'll meet you at the end of the runway. Alright, we are about to go to our stop line here. We'll set up autopilot and get ready to take off. Something I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video is that there may be a few gaps and spaces between uploads in December because I've got a lot going on. It's holiday season, and I'm supposed to be arranging Christmas music for various ensembles as well as my family, because my wife wants to start playing her French horn again. My kid is a little prodigy clarinetist or some crazy thing. He's been playing for a couple months and he's already rocking it. And we want to do some family music, so I need to arrange some music instead of fly planes, and I've got some performances and stuff because I am a semi-professional musician. I used to be 100% professional musician, but now it's just a hobby job. So just letting you know, you may have a couple days coming up where there just aren't videos because I'm doing music instead. Alrighty, here we go. Autopilot set up. I have an autopilot preset somewhere. I don't know where. Somewhere that... There it is, my very last preset. Okay, so we need to enter my altitude, and that's going to be, gosh, how long is this stinking flight? It doesn't even say, does it? Why doesn't it give me my total? There it is, distance. That's 60 plus 88, not a cumulative 88, right? 60 to that, 88 from there to there. So that's what, 8 plus 14? 148. So 148 nautical miles. Let's do 22,000. That might be a little high. We might not even reach that. So Alt is in there. Enter cruise and then Alt change. There we go. And we'll use nav for GPS. And 180 knots. And it's in blue. So if autopilot is going to work for us, it's going to climb to this because it's in blue, and it's going to use IAS hold at 180 because that's in blue. You can go down here to your autopilot stuff and change it if you want to, but it's already in blue, so it doesn't matter. Sky view is purple. It's connected to that in purple. We are good to go. I think we are now ready to move on to the runway. Yes, confirm flaps. Yes. Landing lights on. Landing lights on. Override switch for the lights so that people's eyes adjust if there's an accident so they can see. Shades are up so they can get out if there's an accident. All up, but we already know that. Heading bug. I'm not worried about that. Start the timer once you're on. Utilities. Whoops, I can't see that far. I'm trying to do this from super far away. Utilities is down here. Utilities. Timer will start the timer as soon as you enter the runway. And rotate at 91 knots. There you go. Parking brake off. Move that nasty mouse. But if I don't record the mouse, then you never see what I'm pointing at. Right, here we go. And onto the runway we go. We're just going to do a rolling start because we're clear. So let's start the timer. And let's get rolling here. So keep our speed down until we're straightened out. I've told this story many times out in real life. Taking off of Long Beach Airport, the pilot spooled up in Florida on the taxiway, started rolling out or rolling onto the runway at speed from the taxiway because we needed all the distance we could get. So we were already cruising before we even got onto the runway. It was crazy. Alright, here we go. Let me say 91 for rotation. I think. Ooh, windy. Windy. Oh my, here we go. Where is it? There's 80 and 91. And pop off the ground, please. And we're up. Very positive rate. Gear up. And flaps coming in. And look at this gorgeous, gorgeous weather representation. Holy moly. Wow, that's awesome. Except we gotta watch where we're going. All right, here we go. What do we want to do? We're going to do 180. Let's do autopilot engage. Where's autopilot? Right there. Hands free flying. Let's bring back throttles because we're over 100%. There we go. Autopilot will climb at 180 to 22,000. We're set and it's following GPS already. Piece of cake. Let's hop outside and enjoy the view. And then we'll do our after takeoff checklist here. I'm going to enjoy the view first. Let's back up a little bit. There we go. Look at that. The gorgeous European autogen. Oh my gosh. And the fog. How great is that? I have a tower view preset. What is it? There it is, but you can't see anything. Never mind. It's too snowy. Man, just like that, we're popping above the clouds. See how fast that was? Look at that. My goodness. That is so cool. Let's get a screenshot from back here. This isn't the screenshot we normally have. Looking good. Alright, hop inside. Can we still see anything from the windows? Nope, we're in the clouds. Like all the way in the clouds. Oh, that's so awesome. Alrighty, here we go. Clear skies above. After takeoff, gear up, yes. Flaps up, yes. Autopilot engaged, you got damper on, yes. Here I have suggested climb 167, whatever. 10,000 feet, landing lights off, we'll get there in a minute. Standard barometer, 18,000 feet, it'll be a while. Window fog as needed, we're going to keep that on. Override switch can come off now. People can use their lights as desired. They can also shut their shades if they want to. I think this child is kind of scared, so let's do the rear right down. Wherever you are, there you go. And they can have a little nap. They won't bother their parents. Everyone else wants to see out the window. Wow, look at that. We're already popped above the clouds and it's overcast. Oh man, this is so awesome. Alrighty, what are we doing? Nothing. It's just landing lights off at 10K and standard barometer at 18K. All we need to do is push that button right there. That's it. Alrighty, otherwise, nothing to do now until descent. We'll need to get our landing or destination information. Let's do a little bit of sightseeing and then I'll come back and we'll set up our approach based on the weather I previewed. It might not be the same once we get there, but we'll do the best we can. So, landing lights are going to come off at 10K. I'll do that during sightseeing. Standard barometer, we'll do at 18K. We'll maybe do it together if we're in the plane at that time. But anyway, let's do landing lights now so we can do that together. We never do that together. Boom. Okay. Some sightseeing. I'll catch in a couple minutes. Or for you, like a couple seconds. But seeing a little bit to do the approach because it's such a quick flight. I want to have it ready to go because what does it say? Yeah. The cumulative half an hour. Yeah, that's pretty quick. Alrighty, catch you in a little bit. Alright, as gorgeous as it is time to do some stuff in the plane. So we're above 18,000 feet, so let's do standard barometer. That's really going to change things. That's crazy. Alright, let's get this flight plan or approach set up. So this is not a cumulative. This is distance to waypoint to waypoint. This is cumulative, of course. This is estimated time en route, or en route time estimation. Estimated time en route. So, I'm not sure why this is 13 hours. Oh, now it's jumping. That's kind of funny. This is 39 minutes estimated for the whole thing. If you add those together, that should match. I don't know why this is like this. If anybody knows, please tell me. I have no idea why it says like 13 hours and 36 minutes. I don't know why this is 13 hours and 8 minutes. That's moving. So these two are obvious. That's to the next waypoint. That's to the final, final waypoint. I don't know what this is. L. That's not fuel, is it? Liters? No. I don't know. Let's see. This is distance in nautical miles. The next waypoint. That's where the direction we're facing, like bearing or something. Still climbing. We're not quite at cruise. This is ground speed versus airspeed, which is here. This is our weather, which is awesome. I love how it tells us that. So like when we're coming for landing, we'll know how bad the crosswind is. Let's see what else. It just caught up to altitude. Not sure what this is. That's like airplane. Is this like how many hours we've flown the plane? Because airplane, they don't have an odometer like mileage. They have an odometer is in time, flight hours. That must be what this is. Have I really flown this thing for 13 hours? That doesn't seem like very much. What else? We've not really smelled the roses, have we? Just looked at this stuff and appreciated all this. We just kind of just do what we got to do and go. Huh. Cool. Very neat. I need to enjoy that stuff more often. Okay, so what are we doing? We need to fly a plane. We have to watch for overspeed. Although this does it have auto throttle? No, I don't use auto throttle on this. It's whack. I'm just not saying it's bad. It's just I don't use it. So we have to be careful about overspeeding at some point. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We are going to see what we have as an option for approach. All right, load arrival. Any. Well, we want to use RNAV. And the only RNAV option is 30, which is fine because the weather, if it stays the same, is coming from 250. So 25 to 30 is only 5 off. 12 would be, yeah. So we're going to use RNAV 30. I knew it was going to ask me for a star. So what I'm going to do is I am going to look at my phone. No, I'm not. I'm going to pause my recording and look up these stars. And the reason I need to pause it is because if I click out of flights, then my recording gets corrupt. So it's going to be seamless for you, but I'm going to do some research and I'll be right back. Well, that's a wash. The only stars information I could find is on SimPlates, which is a $40 purchase fee, which I'm not going to purchase today for this. So these are all for runway 30. So let's just pick one. Let's just pick one. Transition, none. Select approach. It's all for runway 30, so I really don't care. We might zigzag a little bit and might look like a mess, but we're just going to pick one. And there we go. Oh my, look at all that stuff. Look at all those waypoints. Oofda. That's okay. That's okay. Right? Let's hop over here. And I don't think we can see it yet. Yeah, okay, so it's, yeah, look at that mess. Oh, jeez. It's going to go out and come back and around. So obviously that's not the star we wanted. Because it's going to go out to the stars here. And then we'll begin the procedure. We wanted a star down here. But I looked them all up. I Googled the stars and it's all behind SimPlates. It's all have to be paid for. So I don't know why. I mean, that's SimPlates. Why isn't there real world stuff? Like there's a Japison sites that usually work. But no, I don't know. Sometimes I can find things internationally, sometimes I can't. Some of my research skills are terrible. So we'll just take it. We'll just go out here. We'll say because of weather and traffic, heavy traffic, we need to do this crazy thing. We'll just roll with it. Right? Yes. That added some time. That's okay. We're just going to keep that map up like that. What else can we play with since we're here? The weather there in real life says 250 still. So I don't know. There you go. Calculate top of descent. I'll do that off camera, then just tell you what my calculation is in a moment. It's going to take a long time because I got to add all this stuff up. Otherwise, I'm going to calculate top of descent on my own. I'll jump back in after a little bit of sightseeing of what it is, and then we'll keep going from there. Catch you in a bit. Alright, we're going to calculate top descent together because this is an easy one. Oh, we're making a big turn. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Zig, 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 zig. Fun. Alrighty, so I guess I could have looked at that turn out the window. Anyway, let's calculate top descent. It's going to be easy, like I said. So, airport elevation is 46 feet, so let's just say the ground. So we got to come down 22,000 feet. We're going to come down 1,000 feet per minute, which means it's going to take 22 minutes to come down. So all we need to do is look at here, airport runway 30, 22 minutes out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then half of that. So when this gets to 12, or 10 really, then that's our top of descent. That's it. So halfway through, so like right around here is top of descent. Piece of cake. Of course, we'll come back on camera and do that top of descent together. But otherwise, we're just going to do some sightseeing. So it's all clouds, so I'm not going to give you like 10 minutes of sightseeing or anything. It's just going to be a blip of sightseeing for you, and then when we come back, it'll be top of descent. I'm also noticing that my speed is slowly climbing over speed. We'll see if I have to draw back throttles or not. I'll keep an eye on that. In fact, I will bring back throttles till like 95%. There you go. Okay. 95.0. Nailed it. Alrighty. Sightseeing will catch you, well, for me, in 11 minutes. For you, like 2 minutes. See you in a moment. Alright, it looks like the clouds are breaking up, and it got really, really choppy for some reason. But it looks so awesome. Let's have a look outside together, and then we gotta do top of descent and weather. I did preview the map, and we do have ATIS at our destination. Just looking around and taking screenshots here. Oh, look at that. Nice high frame rates too. That's awesome. That is so cool. Alrighty, here we go. First of all, let's see if... Oh, it was at 10 and went up to 13 when the weather changed. That was interesting. I'm just curious if the weather said anything. What does it say? Is it giving us anything good? 250, yeah, 100 feet, 250 at 12. That's right. Okay, weather's right. Alright, where are we at here? Let's hop over here and peek at this cool looking thing. See how it's going to zip us around. But like I said, I really don't care at this point. Whatever. Alright, top of descent and destination. We have an ATIS for ESSB is 122, 450. 122, 450. And I can barely see that. What runway's in use? Hopefully it says 30. Yes. But what we're looking for is the what's my mouse? 29er 14. 29er 14. Enter. And, well, that's too early. That's too early because we're above 18,000 feet. Well, we're going to screw up autopilot again. Autopilot's going to get really mad at us. And the passengers might throw up. Oh, that poor child in the back. Actually, children are more versatile than parents. It's the parents that are going to puke. Sorry, everybody. We'll do 29 or 14 at 18,000 feet. That's what I meant to do. Runway 30. That's correct. Let's get rid of the ATIS. Whoops. No. Let's just do that. Thank you. 29 or 14. When we're at 18,000 feet. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry for the roller coaster ride. But let's do top of descent. So top of descent, piece of cake. We're just gonna go. Let's put in. See, I don't have charts, so I don't know what our fixed altitude is. Let's put in 1,000 because and my thing all changed and light up. There we go. And we're just gonna nose down. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna do pitch, vertical speed as our thing, and then we're gonna nose down. Let's do it on this one. Nose down, 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 down. Fine. Let's just type in 1,000 feet per minute. How do you do that? Where is it on here? I know there's a way to do it. But we want to go negative 1,000 feet per minute. You go up to go down. Okay, whatever. 1,000 feet per minute. It's in blue, so that's what it's going to use. All we need to do now is just manage our speed. Let's go back. If we go autopilot, vertical speed for pitch. See, it's green there, but it's blue there, so I know it's going to hold 1,000. However, it's smart. If we go too fast and we're going to overspeed, the nose will come up. So, there we go. Okay. Okay, I don't know why that was so rough, but we got it. Let's bring back throttles a little bit so we don't overspeed. There we go. Super slow movements. So at 18,000 feet we go to 29 or 14. I think that's what it said, 29 or 14. Yes, and then at 10,000 feet we do landing lights. Alrighty, that's it. I'll do both those things off camera. So, more sightseeing for you. It's just going to be a blip of sightseeing. And it'll be very interesting when we go through the clouds. Otherwise, we're just going to turn around like that. So right now we could have done this. Boom, straight in. Actually be more like straight in like that. But instead we're going to do all the zigzag stuff. Is that really going to line us up with runway 230 though? Or runway 30? Because 30 would be 300 degrees, which is like this. This is going to be fascinating, folks. Oh yeah, look at this crap. Look at this. Zoop, 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 zoop. Let's do something. This happens in real life. You are cleared to land. Early arrival. Let's do this and go direct and screw up everything. There we go. That's nice. It'll turn us. It's going to be perfect. Let's have a nice look while we're turning. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Alright, looks like it's turn us all the way around to meet that. Let's make sure it straightens out here. If it doesn't, we're going to have to redo it direct. That does happen in real life, where they'll say, hey, early arrival, boom, you can skip all that stuff. I have that happened to me once when we were flying from Chicago to Minneapolis, and we were over Flying Cloud Airport. I know the stars in Minneapolis because I live here, so I know everything. I knew what we were going to do. Then all of a sudden the pilot said, we have been approved for early arrival, and we're about 18,000 feet up, and he brought out the spoilers and brought back the throttles, and we went straight down like a roller coaster ride, made a sharp right to enter the glide path, and we landed. So instead of going over St. Cloud, going all the way out to Lake Minnetonka, coming around, start descending, it was like we cut it in a third. It was insane. And I'm sure he hand flew it because trying to get autopilot to do that would not have been easy. Alrighty, here we go. We can do our 2914. That's what it's supposed to be, right? 2914 on the barometer. 2914. Autopilot's going to have a spaz. There we go. Keeping our throttles. So now at 10,000, we need to turn on 90 lights and speed 250. Because you with keen eyes out there in YouTube land always tell me, you're above the speed limit. So this could be a really sharp turn back. That probably wasn't the best way to approach this. So we might have to take over and do some hand flying, because what might happen is it'll swing around like this, and we might miss it. Or we'll have the shortest final on the planet. It's going to be very interesting. Let's review our approach checklist super fast. Actually do this to keep an eye on our speed. Shades up. Yeah, we should do the shades up now. Let's do the shades up now. All come up, like so. Lights, we will override from up here. Shades up, override on. Landing lights at 10K. Let's do it early because I'm thinking about it. 140 for flaps at 200 and then 140. Gear down. Final approach 99. Land 76.99. So it's just 200. All we need to do is gear down. 200, 140, 99. See? Piece of cake. This is going to be very interesting. I'm thinking of using the heading bug and bringing us out, so it's less dramatic turn. I don't know how to do that in this plane though. And this stuff would happen in real life, you know. Autopilot or ATC would be vectoring us like crazy, and they'll say go direct, right? So you do GPS direct to here, but then they'll say turn left this heading, turn right this heading. You know what I mean? They would take care of these vectors for you, because this is going to get scary. I don't think we have time to figure out the heading bug. Let's slow this plane down. See, that's the other problem we're going to have, is because we cut all this out, we're going to be way too high, way too soon, right? Because we cut out all this descent time. We're going to have all this time to descend, and now we cut out like a third of it. So let's go steep. Let's bring back those throttles to buy us time. Because bringing back throttles to slow us down horizontally will buy us time vertically, right? So let's bring back throttles. Let's slow this plane down so we have time to descend. We'll do a rather mildly uncomfortable descent here. Just for now, because I don't think we're going to make it. We might have to vector around. Okay, can I quickly figure out how to do heading bug in this thing? If you go like this, does this actually do the heading bug? No, it doesn't do jack. If I push it, it says heading, because then you can do like the different things, you know, you can mess around with it, you can do it alt with it. Wasn't there an up? But I want to do heading, so why won't just move the heading bug? Can I go like this? But what heading do I want? Oh shoot, it's too late. It's too late. It's going to try to be smart though and swing us around. So let's just let autopilot do its thing. Why doesn't, because this knob, what if I go this way? Yeah, see the knob? So you can choose what you're going to control with the knob. I don't get it. Whatever. And is it going to swing us back? This might be a little nightmare. Anyway, we're at 134 because that's what that's set to. What if I tell it to do 300? Let's just see what happens. So that moves to 300, but it's not going to follow it because I'm not telling it to. But let's redirect to 30. Will it turn us around? Okay. Going to turn us around, I think. We're still 11,000 feet. But we slowed down now, which is good. Let's slow down to 180 maybe? Just because... I don't know. Maybe I'll get myself a Christmas present and spend $40 on those sim charts. It said there's 70,000 charts. What I should do is just randomly look up a whole bunch of European airports, and if sim charts comes up for all of them, then I'll get it. Because if I had the right star, we would not be going through this crap. And if I knew how to use the heading bug, we could have pretended we were our own ATC and used the heading bug to zip us around. I don't know, we'll see. And the airport's right in front of us. We're probably going to have to circle the land type thing, because we're still 10,000 feet up. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous to come down that quickly. I don't know. Very interesting. Well, at least it's gorgeous scenery when we're doing all this craziness, huh? Well, let's get up here and fly plane. We're at 200, so you won't, if you do slow down to 180, we'll need to do flaps. I mean, we're really close. We're less than a minute away. We just have to come down 7,000 feet, which puts us at 2,000 feet per minute. That only puts us at 5,000 feet. Oh boy, it's really going to turn, okay. Really going to try to turn out to a final. Obviously, it's not going to work. So we are going to have Freeport go missed in a minute. Oh, look at that autogen down there. Those tall buildings. Oh, so gorgeous. I'm sure we're missing a lot of cool stuff. But this is super cool, too. Nose diving through the clouds. Alrighty, we're going to have to go autopilot soon, because it's going to try to land us. It'll try to get us over the airport. And it's already borderline uncomfortable. So we'll go missed in a moment. And then we'll just do a, whatchamacallit. So let's actually switch to heading bug. Let's see if that works. But I want to do the dial to be, I want to be able to do the dial. Can we do heading on this one? What if I go like this? Because what I want to do is I want to spin this dial around. There, it worked. You have to click it. I was trying to mouse wheel it. That was my problem. Okay. Problem solved. We're right over our airport. Obviously, we're not going to land on it. See, it's right there under our noses. So obviously, we're not going to land on the airport. We are going to keep our alt at 1,000 feet. So that's fine. We will just use a heading bug to direct us around. So, let's review. If we had the correct charts, which I didn't want to pay for, we would have selected the correct star. Autopilot and GPS would have taken us there. But we chose the crappy star, and instead of doing all this weird zigzag stuff, we pretended that ATC said, early arrival, go ahead, go direct. Okay, that part would have been fine, and it was fine. Where it got screwed up was ATC then would have said reduce your speed, reduce your altitude, vector out here to buy yourself some more time, that type of thing. But since they didn't know the area so well, and we didn't have ATC to help us. Had I known how to use the heading bug, though, we could have simulated that. But I didn't know how to use the heading bug because it's click, not spin. But now we know. So now we will make up for it by using the heading bug to get us around the airport. So we're at 3,000 feet now. We want to get down to 1,000. Let's start our turn to the left. So we know 30 is the runway, so we want to go 90 degrees off of 30. So 300 take away 90 is something 240? No. 30. 300 take away 90 is 210. Yeah, I did that here, but I didn't do it in my head. That's kind of funny. Is this gonna... No, this wants us to do their go around. Okay, there we go. We're at 1,000 feet, coming up on 1,000 feet, which seems very low. Seeing the runway, it's only 46 feet up. Interesting. Anyway, we just gotta keep an eye on our speed now, because it's gonna slow down a lot. So we're gonna stay above 200 for a moment, and then we will do flaps and gear in a moment. So this is our crosswind leg. If you want to look at the map, you'll see that. But keep an eye on that 30. So now we're going to do a downwind leg. So we want to go opposite 30. So we'll just keep on like this. I want to look out the window, which we will in a moment. But I really got to fly a plane right now and not crash in this water. Whoop, yeah, see our speed. That's what I was worried about. Keep that speed up. Keep that speed up. Alright, this should be our downwind leg. The airport is over there somewhere, right there. There's the airport. So we'll keep this quite a ways out yet, though, because we want to have time to get everything going. So, no flaps, no gear yet. Everything's ready to go. We just need to do flaps at 200, second set at 140, approach at 99. That's all we got to do. We're just waiting to get a nice long approach. They'll call us in when there's time. Let's, for fun, let's just hop outside, have a look. We're really low. We should probably have been at like 2,000 feet for now until our final, but that's okay. We're not breaking any rules or anything. There's the airport right there. There's the awesome auto gen for Europe. Looking at Stockholm, Sweden. We're really annoying a lot of people. That's okay. And just like that through editing, it is time for our crosswind leg. Let's see here. So 30 should be something like that. Whoa, why are we descending? We're not descending. It's just the ground is high. How can the airport be at 46 feet and this is really close? It must be hilly. Very scary. We should be much higher. So there we are. So now, if I come over here, eventually if I do direct to 30, it should bring us in maybe. Let's try this. Let's do nav and have it bring us direct in, and let's see what happens. Let's start slowing down now and get gear and flaps out. And I'm just curious to see what it's going to do, if anything, other than direct us there. So here we go. This is such a scary approach. Oh my goodness. Oofda. Too low to even see the runway. That's okay. Gear coming down while we're turning. And then a little bit of throttle, and then once we level off, we'll get flaps out. But hopefully this gets us somewhat lined up. If we have to go missed again, we will, but hopefully not. If we stay at 1,000 feet, we should be able to see the runway eventually. First set of flaps out now. Where is that airport? Where are you, airport? We are making so many people mad right now. But while we're here, let's just enjoy the VFR-ness of this. Look at all that detail. Stockholm, Sweden. Very cool. Alright, autopilot's doing its thing. Hopefully this points us at the airport. I really hope so. Oh man. And there it is. We're flying right over this building. Nice. Alright, let's kill autopilot. And let's fly this thing in. Second set of flaps, because we're under 140. And we are lined up and ready to go. So it turned out that our low altitude of 1,000 turned out to be okay. Uncomfortable. Oops, I bumped my rudder pedals. Uncomfortable, but so be it. And the wind is really picking up. So if we're at runway 300 and the wind is 250, it's gonna be a strong crosswind from the left. So we'll do left rudder, left wing down, right rudder at the last moment. Left main will touch down first, firm touchdown, and then we'll roll it out. And we are getting blown around like crazy. Look how much right wing I'm doing just to keep straight here. Oofda. Alright, let's stay on that glide path best as we can, even though there are buildings in the way. We're just going to stay on that glide path. Holy moly, this is our final approach speed, so everything is fine. We're doing a good job here, even though it doesn't look very smooth. It's very windy. I'm fighting the yoke to stay as steady as possible. Wow. And let's go sterile and land this thing. Boom. There we go. I wasn't kidding about firm, was I? But we got it down, and we got it down straight, even though we went to the left after. That was really, really difficult. That was one of the more difficult landings I've had in a long time. Again, in the video, you can't feel it, and you can't... I mean, you can see kind of how weird it is, but... How do we get off this thing? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that was really, 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 really difficult. But we did it. We made it. Oofda. Okay. Let's get off this runway and pack this thing up. Flight time 52 minutes. Really? It felt so much faster than that. Okay. Let's see here. Override switch can come off now. Taxi lights ready on. Landing lights can come off. We just need to see where we're going. So let's stop here and see where we want to go. I think we're just going to go to that hangar right there. Yeah. Not much of an airport tour today. We're just going to go right to that hangar. What do we have here? Stop timer. Flaps up. They are. Taxi lights on, landing lights off, override switch. Right. So we did everything we needed to do. And we're just going to head to this hangar right by the tower. Very nice. They might want to talk to us about our crazy approach, but we did the best we could without ATC and shooting the wrong star. That's okay. Now we're just going to pack this thing up and have some dinner. I think sim time was what? 1 p.m. we took off, so it's 2 o'clock. I guess it'd be like a late lunch. Come on. Come on. I know I'm not following the taxi lines, but come on. Here we go. We're just going to scoot across. And here we are. Santa Gata Aviation, I guess it says. Alright, let's stop here. And set the parking brake. What do? Let the throttles idle for 1 minute. Okay, in the meantime, window fog off. Taxi lights off. Anti-ice off. GTNs off. Well, generators? That's a typo. But first we gotta kill the engines. So we kill the engines. Gets nice and quiet. Generators off. Air source off. Now turn off the engines. I have notes that are handwritten on here. I gotta type it up so I can read it better. GPU connect. There we go. Start battery off. External lights off. Bus ties off. System battery off. Open the door and chocks. Alright. Everybody out. Everybody out. Let's get your luggage out here. And the people. Everybody out, please. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Welcome to Stockholm, Sweden. There are a few things I would have done differently if I were to redo this flight, but otherwise everything seemed to be okay overall. Everything was fine. Great crosswind landing considering how challenging that was. But hopefully you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Again, I got a few videos planned, but then there might be some gaps because of some Christmas season music stuff that I talked about. Otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.